This is Gio on everything. Don't shit on my brainstorm, bitch.
This is Jarrett White. It's just Jarrett White.
This is Bryce Lansing with the fancy water.
And this is Joshua B-eazi. And
This is the Takeoff Anytime podcast.
All right, now we got the formalities out the goddamn way.
I'm waiting on
So,
niggas to
anyways,
say it.
before we started, we were talking about Hey Arnold. Okay, we were talking about Hey Arnold, and somebody said to stop talking until we hit the record button. So I don't remember who said it. Okay, whatever.
I said that shit because I'm the motherfucking director.
Well, what about Hey Arnold? Yo.
So
I'm Jarrett.
So they had the finale after 13 years last night on 7 o'clock, giving them free advertising, and it was just freaking weird, man. Because after 13 years, kids nowadays don't know what the fuck Hey Arnold
Not
is.
at all.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Not
they
at all.
actually tell you his last name in it.
No, what was it?
No, I ain't
was
seen it yet.
Shut
Do I
up.
want to spoil?
You whispering in each other's ears for that. Don't ruin that for me.
Well, we don't want
Pause.
to ruin it for anybody.
I
so.
kind of want
As
to know.
hell.
Wait,
Look,
how do we rewatch it?
You can buy it. I seen it earlier on the.
I mean, they're
yeah,
still
I seen
showing
it earlier.
replays if you got DVR.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just buy it, man. You just buy it. Oh yeah.
But
I'm
we
about
were
to
talking
have
about
Giovanni
fist bumps.
pirate that shit.
But Gio, we were talking about fist bumps, and nobody can see this, but they have that one where they put their fists together and they wiggle their thumbs. It goes wee 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 wee.
Oh my god.
That's a classic one.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
I
like
forgot-
JB doesn't know what we're talking about.
yeah.
I do.
I'll say. I forgot about it until I saw it.
Nah, that's legendary right there. I remember the first episode when they was in the apple and the banana suits.
Oh my God.
Man, they went
That
to
was the
party.
first episode?
I think that was like the first
Time
episode,
out.
man.
Guys, I gotta show you this. Earlier, my mom was heating Giovanni. This is hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
She was heating them.
Yeah, dude. My mom, she sent me this. Okay, real shit. She said this is Giovanni.
Who is it? Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
So we gonna do this? Is this what we gonna do now?
Personal.
So,
Are we
everybody-
doing this?
I know you guys can't
No,
see this.
listen,
Okay.
please.
But my mom.
Please don't start this.
My mom.
Please don't start this.
Hold on.
You started. I quit.
No, I gotta
Walk
explain it now.
Out of here.
Check it out. My mom earlier sent me a text out of nowhere. She showed me a picture of CeeLo Green with hair.
God.
Okay, and said, "This is Giovanni."
Look, listen. Disclaimer. I'm way prettier than
This is
CeeLo
hilarious.
Green.
Yo, this
All right.
you can't say that shit don't look like Giovanni.
No, it
Hold
don't.
up.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Put Giovanni's hair in a perm like this. That's not him.
Nope.
Yeah, I've been telling Gio he look like CeeLo Green forever now.
Nah. No, you. Nope.
CeeLo Green, Doughboy.
Yes. Thank you. I'm Ice Cube. Fuck y'all.
You Ice Cube.
Yeah.
But he's Ice Cube with the jury curl. That's the
I'll take that over. See, look. I'm
Nah,
about to
you're
lose.
definitely CeeLo.
Nah, fuck. it. Nope.
Then okay, if you ain't
There are
CeeLo,
worse things you could be called.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
If you ain't CeeLo, he Gnarls Barkley.
It's the same person.
You just add another person. Now you two people.
Like I thought you was really gonna heat me. Like you was just gonna throw something at me. I didn't even think.
now
of.
you're CeeLo Green and some random dude we don't
Yeah.
know.
Dog, I quit.
I just tried to
This
change
podcast.
it up to see check
Say
your
that
wits.
cross-eyed as hell. I saw 2 mics.
Hey, whatever.
You and Josh got some messed up eyes. I need to get them fixed. I need to hold hands and go to.
Well, we fat, man. That's what
optometrist
fat
together.
people do.
My eyes
Okay.
are beautiful.
Whenever we look at food, we see like multiples. Okay.
Because that's what you
That means
want.
you need new glasses.
Well,
I
shit.
just started taking my Adderalls again, so I'm about to lose 100 pounds on these hoes.
Is that
And
how it
gain it
works?
right back as soon
That's
as you
exactly
stop.
how
The
it
secret
works.
to weight loss.
It makes you not hungry. Take some Adderall. You will be good.
After hundreds of years, we finally found the secret to weight
No,
loss.
because Adderall started off as a weight loss supplement.
it did it now. Ooh.
But wouldn't
Please
the
enlighten
weed
me, Dissa.
counteract that?
What you mean?
So you take your Adderall and then you smoke weed and you get the munchies.
I didn't take my Adderall today.
Right. I'm saying when you
So-
do though.
Yeah, but that was the only time I ate today. So that's what
So
that's what
therefore-
niggas that's trying to lose weight always say. I only ate once today.
You know what's funny is when you eat little throughout the day, you actually retain your weight.
I know, but
Yeah.
isn't it obvious that if you want to lose weight, just stop eating?
No, because you do this thing called dying.
Yeah, and that shit
So
is a lot
you can't
harder
do
than
that.
what it may seem to stop eating. Like, I'm hungry all the fucking time.
All the time.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
I feel like every time you say something, it's like a national broadcast awareness. Like we
Hey,
need to pay attention.
Look, Jarrett. don't shit on my smooth, okay?
Don't you try to take this man's thing.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I said my smooth, okay? Not brainstorm. Don't shit on my smooth.
But you took the first 4 words.
Hey,
Don't
listen,
shit on mine. That's mine.
you shitting on my shit too.
Pete
Don't
Diddy
shit on it.
remixing bastard.
We got some copyright infringement going on here.
And I'm so mean with it. I bring Geo stuff back and do a whole nother scheme with it.
Okay, Ali.
That was Charlie. That was Charlie Clips, actually.
Ooh,
Ali.
Well, you do look like that's who you look like.
Charlie Clips.
Charlie Clips.
I'll take that. I will take that over CeeLo Green. That's so disrespectful when you say that to me.
I think you're crazy.
That's not
Bryce,
funny.
I think we should have our own side discussion because I don't know what these fools talking
Fuck
about. It,
you.
It's a lot of nonsense going on. I only been asleep for 4 hours today.
CeeLo Green was in the Goody Mob.
I know who CeeLo is. I don't know who the other guy
He
was.
came
was
up with
talking about.
Outkast.
Oh,
He did? Are you serious?
Yeah,
didn't
he
know.
started with Outkast.
Charlie Clips
Dungeon
is a
Family.
battle rapper.
That's
See, I didn't know.
is
Yeah, that's the one I
Outkast.
didn't
No,
know.
Outkast is a duo.
Technically,
Dungeon Family is the whole group.
They came in together
No, they
to
didn't.
the dungeon. Don't tell me how
They
to
came
live
through
my
the
life.
same window.
Google it. They was in the same basement. And who you
Wow.
and who you know about first? Outkast or Dungeon Family?
Outkast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking CeeLo Green came with Outkast. That's what they say in the hood. They ain't
That's
gonna
not how it
say
works.
CeeLo Green was in the Dungeon Family.
That's not how it
no,
works.
they gonna say CeeLo Green was with Outkast because Outkast is the face of the Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
Simply.
You wait till I find a goddamn example.
Who you
to
know from
combat
the
this.
Dungeon?
I didn't even know that Outkast was from that. So
He just knew Outkast.
Yeah, what you got? Yeah, well, you had
Yeah.
Killer Mike at one point.
I don't know who the
Yeah,
dungeon
that's true.
is
Killer
either.
Mike killing shit right
Yeah,
now.
Big
okay.
Gip.
Yeah, Gip, he don't rap no more.
Gip got them yellows, got them purples, got them reds.
Hey, you know who I thought was the coldest though? Honestly, was Cujo. The one that he didn't even rap. He just said poems on every song.
Boris
Sounds like
He was like, in the fire burns in the woods.
like the original Wale.
And it burns hot. It burns Celsius hot. But it would be so cold. He be saying the simplest shit, but you ain't know what I'm talking about.
You know who music I never understood was just a little too much Africa for me?
Who?
What's that damn group that sings Tennessee? They take me to another land.
Arrested Development?
Arrested Development. It was just so much going on in their songs. It's like some bald headed African chick saying words in the background.
Yeah, they was like on that they was in like the native tongues, and the native tongues had like there was like the Nazis. I mean, I wouldn't say the Nazis. I'm sorry, like the Black Panthers, which are like the super strong, super tough, and then you had the Smart Brothers, which was the 5% Nation, and then I feel like you had the native tongues, which was De La Soul. You had Q-Tip and Tribe Called Quest, and you had them. They were with them, which was the weird dressing niggas, which is also what dudes are doing now. If you look at kind of what like the native tongues and what they were doing, they was like literally back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Wearing just weird stuff. That's what kind of like what the kids are doing now, because that's what I felt like about what they were doing.
but you know, history always comes back around all the time. You know,
What
you know what I
goes
always
around
hated
comes
about
around.
Africa, and maybe I'm about to get killed after I say this. Africans don't like black people. I don't know why. Like you ever
Okay,
Nobody
let's
does.
let's change that up and be a little more politically correct.
That's
It's-
not
They don't like
correct?
us.
Africans don't like African Americans.
That's who.
Okay, we're all black.
When you say black people,
No, we ain't all black.
you
I'm not black.
automatically
I'm more like a
listen.
mocha.
Think about it. When you say black people, you talking about us.
Yeah.
We
When
are
you say
black.
Africans, you say Africans. You say Haitians, you say Haitians. You say
Because
Jamaicans, you say Jamaicans.
saying black is an Americanized term. You know what I'm saying? We say black because we don't know our lineage. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can say that technically if you want to get like that. But if you're looking at it in a color standpoint, you know, we are all black. It's just they're from Africa and we're African American. You know, if we were going to say it like that.
But I don't agree with that, man.
Now, I guess my take on it as the resident white guy is if you break it down to a literal definition, African, you're from the continent of Africa. So the other side of that is saying like that's like saying you guys are North American. I know nobody uses that phrase, but if you're talking about the continent, then you're saying African, North American. So I see Josh's point about, you know, if you're going to break it down to the country, then you got African American, of course, then you get into the technicality of, are you going to say Nigerian or Libyan or Egyptian or something like that, you know?
Right, now I can understand that, but I mean, like, even when you talk about just white people, you don't all call them. You say you don't go back always to the Caucasus Mountains or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talking about like a American white
Caucasus
dude,
Mountains?
yeah, man.
What the fuck
Pick
is
up your
that?
local Farrakhan book. So if you're talking about like white people, you don't talk about like if you're talking about an American white dude, you're probably just gonna say white dude.
White
right?
dude, yeah.
Probably
And
say
that's
white dude.
and just like if you say black dude, you talking about an African American. If you say white dude, you talking about somebody from America.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about anybody who's fucking
I'm
white.
talking about you. You one person. I'm talking about in general.
In
That's-
general,
in general, if
someone
somebody
say that
says
you're a white
that-
person, a white person is from anywhere.
No,
No,
you
no.
thinking too much. What I'm saying is, in general, if somebody's talking, he was a white male.
He's a white
He's
man.
from America. I'm telling you, he's referring to somebody from America.
No,
Bro.
no. Dude, think about it, though. Like if
You
talking
say
about
white man, okay? You're gonna say white man because you don't know where that motherfucker is from.
Yeah,
He's a
it's-
white man.
It's like an umbrella
period.
term at that point.
Because
Well,
by
it
then,
is when
by
you don't know him.
then,
I agree with
by
that.
then, if I'm telling you, they will say a white Irish male, they say a white German male, they say a white Russian male. But if they just say white male, you know they talking about somebody from America.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
That's what I'm saying.
telling
That's
you.
exactly what I mean.
You don't.
You just said that if they say it's a white Irishman or whatever, you say Irishman because you know the nigga's from Irish, from Ireland. Okay.
It's from
when you say white man, even if you say black man, okay, people will say you're a black man because they don't know that you're from Africa. You're just
feel
black.
like, but I
Don't
feel
know
like I
lineage.
feel like I'm agreeing with you in a sense because white like us and white people in America, it's not necessarily attached to them exactly where they're from. They'll tell you, but it's not attached to them in description. Like you wouldn't say Bryce is a white Irish male because
Exactly.
it's
I would say
that's
he's
what
a
I'm
white
saying.
man.
And what that I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is in general terms, so you're not being so specific because Americans are like that. Everything is lazy about us. So if we saying a white dude, we just referring to somebody in America. That's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. It's
That's
just
not
our
agreeing with me.
lazy. It is because you're saying it's unspecific, and that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, but you're saying, Giovanni, you are saying that if someone says white man, they are directing that term towards someone from America.
9 times out of 10, yes.
And I'm saying no, they're not. They're saying white man because it's a white man.
Okay.
But
I'm
that's what he's
telling
saying, though. He's saying they're directing it back to America until they know otherwise.
Until they know otherwise.
That is the
But
same
right
thing.
now, I'm saying you a black man. If we having a conversation and you tell me I'm Jamaican, that's what you are to me. You Jamaican. But right now, you
So,
black.
I
how
feel
can-
like when
how
we
can
break
you-
it down to the basic colors, that's like what you default to when you don't know,
Yeah.
when you don't have the information. But what Josh is saying versus Gio is that that's not restricted just to America. You could still see that in South Africa, the country of South Africa, because you have white South Africans and you have black South Africans, apartheid and all that.
And when they refer to each other, they're referring to each other as Africans.
Yeah.
So if somebody says he's a white male, they're saying it, but they mean he's from Africa.
So let me change the conversation a little bit because that's actually really, really interesting because that speaks to the difference in the culture between the way we look at ourselves as Americans versus the way that South Africans would look at themselves. They acknowledge themselves and each other as fellow South Africans, regardless of race. And you think about that just more from a social construct, how we don't. I mean, you hear people say, "Oh, I'm American" when it's a political debate, but when it's not a political debate, they just say white and black, and it's just
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
it's interesting because I think Gio's looking at it more from a social context. You're looking at it more from a literal context. And I think
I'm just
both
saying-
are right. I really
yeah.
do.
I'm saying purely socially. When we just having regular conversation, we ain't even thinking, we ain't trying to be all right. Somebody is saying that's a white dude, that's a black dude. And they're referring to somebody American. If somebody Haitian was sitting in this room, I would be like, that's a Haitian dude. If somebody Asian was sitting in this room, that's an Asian dude. That's what I'm going to say.
I still don't agree with you just because of the fact that if we're going off of basically ignorance, we're not thinking that that person is from America from England, from Africa, or whatever. We're just going strictly off the color of their skin. If we know someone is a Haitian or African, or just like when we say Asian can mean literally Chinese, Japanese, Cantonese, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're just saying it. We're not going off of. We're not gonna think, oh, he's a white person from America, and we're just saying white man. We're not trying to.
But it's not that complex.
Exactly. We don't think about that complex to say that that's a white man from America.
What I'm saying is my thinking is the absence of thought.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember.
That's what I'm saying.
Ignorance isn't necessarily stupidity.
Yeah,
You know
it's not. It's
Ignorance
just
is the
Americans.
Just
everything about America is relaxation. It's just formal conversation. That's a white dude. That's a black dude. That's an Asian dude. That's a Haitian dude.
Think about it. If you were to say, give a description for someone from the police, then that's exactly what you would say.
Exactly
what
you would say.
Oh, I believe he's from Ireland. You just be like, no, he was a white dude, freckles.
Exactly. And you're not gonna know someone's Haitian by looking at their skin.
That's not true.
You
That's
can.
not true.
You can.
That's not
You
true.
can. You can sometimes. Sometimes you can.
But I'm not referring to a Haitian guy.
But what I'm saying is that when you look at a Haitian guy, 9 times out of 10, okay, a Haitian person looks like a regular black person.
Listen, if the
so
dude
when you
comes
give
to
him
me-
a description, you're gonna say that's a black man. You're not gonna say that's a Haitian.
But listen, if I don't know, because it's some Haitians that speak American just like us. If I don't know that he's Haitian, he's just another black man, and I'm saying that's a black dude from America.
Isn't that
because
what
I'm
I'm saying?
referring to him in an American
But
term.
I think you're disagreeing, but agreeing with us at the same
Because
time.
he's saying it's a black dude from America. And that's what I'm saying.
no.
We're not.
Then I
We're
would just
not. We're
call
not
him.
saying.
Then I would just call him a black man.
Yeah, you're taking.
That's
you're,
what I'm saying.
No, you're thinking too literal of it.
Yeah, you're thinking
Like
too.
he's saying like he's not thinking about the geography of where this man came from, because just geographically speaking, if you're in America and you see somebody of dark skin or white skin or light skin, you're going to automatically categorize them in that box until you know otherwise.
Yeah,
that's just the way we are. But like and then in some instances it's just a little different. You can just tell. Like when it comes to Africans, you can tell an African.
You can definitely
just tell
tell.
them.
Facial structure, it's different.
It is
not always.
Yeah, mostly.
Like 90% of the time.
Yes,
dude. You are not 90% of the time gonna look at a lineup of 10 black people and pick out everyone that's from Africa.
Yes, you can.
You Google 10 black
You
people.
know,
and
fuck
I tell
that.
you
The interesting thing is, when I was in college,
Okay, let's look at this. Like Idris Elba. Okay, let's just say somebody like that. Okay, you cannot look at him and say that he's from England,
because you can't tell what any nigga from England is from England.
That's my point.
We ain't talking about England.
But that's different though, because
That's the same
if you look
thing.
But you look at Idris Elba though. Idris Elba has the same like bone.
He looked like
as
us.
a regular American.
Yeah,
I was just say regular, but as an American black man.
but he's not
black male.
American. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But that's what it goes back to what he's saying. Like Idris Elba looks like a normal
dog. When I saw him in The Wire,
Like
when I saw him in The Wire, I did not say it as a black British dude. I said that's a black dude until I knew he was from Britain.
And then from there it's Britain. But for Africans,
That's what I'm saying.
But for Africans, in a sense, not just that we start using Africans so much for they ride up on us. Africans, in a sense, like you can tell the
shout
bone
out to all
structure
my
is slightly
Africans
different.
out there.
It's just as
all my
if
Haitians.
you seen a Pacific Islander or something like that, you would just know. Like, okay, your heritage is there.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're not from America.
No,
it just means like this.
What
is
I'm
how we
saying is,
categorize you now.
on first thought, when I see if I just see you and Bryce standing together on the street, that's a white dude. That's a black dude.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm going to say.
We don't know what makes up. We just know that you're white and you're black.
Yes.
I really feel like we're going around in circles.
Why you pull a knife?
Right. I'm sorry. That's why you shouldn't have those kind of debates.
That's what I'm saying. When you initially try to identify somebody, you are not gonna think about where are they from, whether it's from America. By default, you may if someone asks you, do you know where they're from or what nationality they are, you might say, oh yeah, I think this, but off rip, you're not gonna say that.
But I'm not saying that I'm thinking about it. What I'm saying is I'm saying what I'm saying. Not what I'm thinking. You're saying what I'm thinking. I'm saying when I'm saying what's
coming out of your mouth. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm not a fucking mind
When the
reader.
words white dude come out of my mouth, they are said in the context of from America. That's what I'm saying. Those words, not the thought behind it, the words themselves.
That's what I'm going off of, your words.
When I say white dude, I'm thinking American white dude. When I say black dude, I'm American black dude.
That's why I'm saying you're wrong. That's what I'm not agreeing with.
Just say you don't agree, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Okay, I feel that. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with. You're not gonna automatically assume that this person is from America just because they're white or because they're black.
It's not an assumption. I'm saying the words. I'm not talking about the thinking behind it. I'm saying the words.
See, what I guess my take on that is, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that Gio, when he says the words, he's American, so he's going to assume American, and it's kind of that almost ethnocentricity, and usually that's a bad word. But it's just that's what he knows.
Yeah.
What do you call that? It's something that you do automatically. I don't remember what it is. No, not subconscious. It's a simpler word. I'm gonna Google it and I'm gonna get it in like 15 minutes. But there's just some things that you do automatically by habit. Oh, that's a white dude. Oh, that's a black dude. Huh?
Second nature.
It's a simple
something along that line.
But it's pretty much something along that line. Okay. You don't think about it. You're not thinking. You're just saying. It's just something you're taught all your life.
Passive thought.
Yeah. If you're taught
Program.
if somebody programming. You're taught, but it's not that word. But you're taught if somebody is an African dude, if somebody is that, because those are the words that the people around you use.
Yeah.
That's how Americans talk. Americans is not that formal and that literal.
Very specific.
We're not that specific.
Until we know what you are, then we're like, because think about it. When I was in South Carolina,
okay.
Hold on, before you jump in. When I was in South Carolina, right, I seen a gang of like white chicks, right, gang of them, and I was like, hey, white chicks, you know what I'm saying? But then they was like, oh, good day, love, and I was like, I'm British, and then from there on out, they weren't white chicks. They were
exactly.
British chicks.
That's what I'm saying.
So the absence of knowledge.
Okay.
Paves the way for assumption.
I think
that was a horrible British accent, by the way.
I think in a way we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's coming off as differently because you are saying that basically we're not that Pacific.
Specific.
Okay, whatever.
Pacific is an ocean.
I know, right?
That's what I'm saying.
We're more Atlantic.
That's what I'm saying. We're not that Pacific to automatically assume somebody by default is American.
Wait, what?
I think that is
you're
subjective in and of
much.
itself.
I think you're thinking too much.
I think that's subjective.
All I'm saying is the reference.
I think you're in the sucking zone.
I'm not understanding how.
Sucking place.
Okay, I guess I am thinking too much or whatever because what I'm not understanding is that how am I thinking too much and you're not? When you are by default placing everybody in America, when I'm saying that everybody is just black or white until we know the lineage.
But see, no. This is a perfect example though. Is that it's just you guys are looking at things differently.
Yeah.
Is that he made it? It's all making the assumption that somebody's white until we know otherwise.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's just
saying.
in his mind he defaults to white American. You default to white in general. Neither
All I'm
one is
saying
wrong.
is, Josh,
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
not,
Just the
you're not
default.
thinking about it. You're not analyzing it. You're not in college taking notes. You're walking down the street. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, right, exactly. So a white person is a white person, not a white American. A black person is a black person, not a black person from America.
You still not understanding what I'm
Am
saying.
I the one that's not understanding?
No,
or
no.
You're not the one understanding.
He.
Let me take another shot at this.
What I'm saying.
So Josh,
this is how Americans reference things. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying. If you say white
okay,
person,
so let me try it a little different, Josh, because I think I know where Gio's coming from. Is that when
So no one understand where I'm coming from?
I'm saying you're thinking too much.
Here's the thing. The reason he jumps to him. No, I
don't get it.
I understand. What I'm trying to bridge the gap is what I'm trying to do here.
Please.
So
the only one that makes
so
sense.
okay.
on this
Imagine
podcast.
Gio. Imagine Gio is looking. He's standing behind the glass at a detective, and there's a lineup of 10 white people. Unless he hears one of them speak or one of them wave a flag of their nationality, he's going to assume that they're all Americans because we're in America. He's making an assumption based on the majority of his
based on the
experience.
fact that we're in America.
That's what I'm saying, guys. That's hear me out, okay? Because he just said that he's gonna automatically assume that they're all American because we are in America.
Right.
That's overthinking it.
No, it's not. I'm saying I'm not talking about
That's
any.
overthinking
No,
it.
I'm not talking about any thought. All I'm saying is I'm talking about two words: white dude and black dude. That is referring to someone that's referring to a white Caucasian American and referring to a black African American. That's what those words mean. It's not any thought. It's just what we say. That's all I'm
It's subjective.
saying.
It's definitely
Look,
subjective.
man. All I know
I'm
is
saying.
I got 4 hours of sleep. I can't keep up anymore.
And we totally got off subject from wherever
I just
Jared was
can't.
going.
We was talking
'Cause
about Hey
Jared
Arnold.
was talking about Africans not liking. I don't know if you literally meant anybody who's black and not African, or if you meant African American.
I meant
Because that's where we started. With
I don't
this.
even know if I want to touch on the subject again. We might just come back. I was just going to say it, and we can just move
They
on.
do look down on us.
I
You
was
have
literally
your
just gonna
welfare.
say-
We look down on each other.
No.
We don't like Africans, and Africans don't like us.
Yeah, well, no, that's not true.
That's
I
not
ain't
true.
nothing against Africans.
I ain't got nothing.
No,
I ain't got nothing against them.
I talked to
Mo-
someone
a-
before.
a
Like,
lot of-
literally-
They look down on us.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
telling you,
literally, it's
facts.
like, what's up with you and that knife, man? But it's like
Seriously, you really?
it's like
Am I scaring
it's
you?
like what I heard
Yes.
before is Africans was like literally, and it's not all Africans, just more like the older
lot
races.
of 'em,
It's kind
yeah.
of like how old black dudes are like just stuck in their ways about white people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, don't you bring that white girl in my house. You know, Africans just kind of like, oh, you lazy black Americans. You know?
Dog, it's
And
so many
see-
countries that really just dislike African Americans. Really, just darker skin. Period. It's shunned all across the world.
I never thought about that before, so I was really interested to hear the take. Like, do you think there's a reason for that? Because I've never heard that before.
It's colorism, man.
Yeah,
I mean, whether you're in Africa or not. I mean, Africa, even it's like people of color. We all shit on each other.
That's true.
Like we all shit on each other. It doesn't matter whether we're from the same country or not. People from Somalia, like I think it is Somalia, like North Somalians, you know, feud with South Somalians because of the different skin color. You know, the colorism is real. You know, amongst us colored people.
Man.
Period.
But you know what? To take it even further, we all across the nation, it's just something about hating darker skin. Just like in Asia, they have. I mean, one of the biggest businesses is skin lightening cream. In Africa, one of the biggest businesses is skin lightening cream.
I mean, you know what it's from? I'm sorry, Bryce, but it's from the white man.
You know, I don't know. I can't say
That's
that.
not true. It's idolizing because it's what.
Can we idolize the light skin, and that comes from the white man claiming or giving us that they're basically programming us to think that
They're superior.
they're superior.
Yeah, that's like I mean that's like a 1626 type situation.
I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, shit, they had a 500-year head start. on
I
it.
agree. Look at this. And Josh, I'm agreeing with you. This is actually going to reinforce what you just said. Look at Hollywood. Look at video games. How many video games and how many movies is the main character a white man?
Yeah.
that's true.
That's true.
It took them until
true.
Grand Theft Auto 5 to have one of 3 characters be black.
No.
Oh, no, San Andreas.
Let me
Andreas,
take it a
But,
step
hey,
further.
San
Let me take it a
Andreas is the
step.
best one.
Let me take it a step further, right? Because if you look at a lot of anime drawings or a lot of anime cartoons, all of their characters' features are white.
Yeah,
I
blonde
swear
hair,
to God.
colored hair.
I swear to God, they speak Asian, but all of their characters' features are white.
But they're supposed to be Asian, though. But you gotta think about Asians don't really have like big facial features. If you think they're very simplistic, it's true. They're very simplistic faces. Like there's
So-
nothing like.
So do they hate their simplistic
no,
faces?
Like, you know how black people like we're naturally known for like our lips.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
black people are. I mean, Asian people are naturally known by their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they have a unique look.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's
What's
that's
it called?
just-
Phenotype? Or, is that the right word?
But no, but if you watch anime, like when they bring in like a white character from America, they look a little different.
I mean,
for
but
some reason.
you gotta also think about, you know,
Yeah, just by maybe dress.
Yeah,
But they got all the same facial features as the rest of the characters.
But they might idolize them then. 'Cause I know when there's a black person on there, there's like the lips thing comes
'cause
up.
all the DBZ characters are white as hell. Goku is a white dude
but
from
it
down
might,
the street.
but you gotta think about it. It might just be the art style though.
No, it's all of them.
No, but think about think how long they've been making mangas in anime. Like this thing didn't happen like starting 2000s. Like they've been doing this since like the 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? So like this is just their art form. Like there's plenty different anime out there. There's some with like if you want to be very stereotypical, there's some with more like, you know, with narrowed eyes or something like that. They're out there. It's just like someone set the standard back then, and that's what everyone went with.
When I look at Asians, dude, and this is not anything. This is nothing. This is my disclaimer. This is nothing racist. This is nothing like that. This is just an observation. What I'm saying is, I see them as what they display and what they represent as beauty is they'll have the white faces on their women. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they start from. Like the geishas. The geishas wear white masks to.
That's
I'm telling you, it's something that I've noticed. It's how they display beauty, the lighter skin, like in the Dominican Republic. They won't let their parents won't let them bring a dark skinned Dominican home. They call them some kind of name. It's all across the world. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The world, the white man has programmed the entire world to think that they have the superior complex. It doesn't matter what the nationality is.
I'm sorry, when someone says the white man, it's always makes me laugh.
Always so.
It's
It's
the
always
truth.
so.
Because
so cynical every time.
but let me pick at that for just a second, because the thing I hate about the phrase "the white man" without the qualifier of saying, the stereotypical or the white men of the past, is that it makes it sound like we're one organism that is jointly trying to push the black man down. And obviously, unfortunately, there are a lot of people trying to do that, with voting laws and all that crap. But then you have a lot of people who, not to sound too obvious, like me, who that's not a thing.
Right.
So I mean, I guess that was the only thing. Like they said, when you say the white man, it sounds like a conspiracy theory.
So basically, you're
I'm not
It
saying that
does.
there's no truth to it.
So
but-
basically, you're getting offended because we say the white man.
I got offended.
Well, it's not
You
that.
read
It's
chapter
not
6
that.
of your
I don't
Farrakhan
think
book.
he's getting offended. I think what he's saying is, it's just a general statement is a general statement, and it's a blank statement. When you make a general
blanket
statement,
statement.
it's a blanket statement.
Yeah, because we don't
Gotta add
we
those extra
don't
letters,
know
right?
the specific white man that done it. You know what I'm saying? But you can even look back at it in a religious standpoint. The fact that I don't even know the time frame, but when they depicted Jesus, they put Jesus as a white man.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you read the Bible, Jesus is not white. You know what I'm saying? They did that to force on the world that the white complex is the superior complex.
Well, that was the funny thing is that if I remember right, Christianity was actually pushed by what was it, the Roman one? I want to say one of the Roman empires or something around that time frame.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He
Which is funny because there was all these laws against Christianity, and then they came out and there was some revolution or
Why do
something
you
like
think
that. and
there's
they
a
started
why
pushing
you
it.
think there's an Old Testament and then a King James version?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 43 different.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. Christianity was pushed from Europe, even though it originated in Middle East.
Yeah. But see,
Yeah.
when I think about it though, I think just a little bit deeper, and I say that what empire wasn't started by force,
That's true.
and
right.
just Christianity was just the one that just took.
Yeah, it was a new way.
Christianity came by force. Constantine,
Yeah.
he came by force. It was something else. It was like pagan. That whatever that
Yeah,
was where it started. It was pagan.
It's pagan.
And then whatever any empire uprising, like if you look across overseas, like in the Middle Eastern countries, what happens is they don't like a regime, they overthrow them, and then it's a new one. They don't like that one, they overthrow them, and it's a new one. And that's not uncommon.
See, that's the interesting thing is that still happens, like Gaddafi in Egypt
Yeah.
several years ago. Like, you think about it's 2017, and even a few years ago, you're still talking about 2000s. And it's just crazy to think because we can't even imagine that, not realistically, happening here in America. I mean, there are people who talk about it. Texas wants to secede from the United States. California wants to secede, depending on who's president, But
But I feel like as strong as America is, if a state wants to do that, then they would just be cut off, and they need that. What I'm saying is I feel like America. I feel like the state would do worse without America than America would do without whatever state wants to secede.
I see what you mean.
yeah, but I also feel like America is not willing to let a state go. I mean, that's kind of a big part of the Civil War.
Right.
As Abraham Lincoln said, basically he didn't care about freeing the slaves. If he could bring the country back together by freeing the slaves, he'd do it. If he could do it by not freeing the slaves, he'd do it.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing. Do you guys ever knew? Now, this was said, I believe, by Umar Johnson. Okay, they said
Shout
that.
out Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah, shout out. Okay, but what was said is that Abraham Lincoln never got rid of slavery.
I'll be right
Okay, the term, the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
The thing that Abraham Lincoln put put into law. Emancipation doesn't mean to free. It means to the transfer of power. So basically, he transferred the power from the individual white men that owned the slaves. They transferred the power from the individuals to the government. You know, you ever heard of that? About that?
That's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know what, man? Personally, and maybe I'm just like the stereotypical dumb new age black dude. I don't really think about anything like that anymore, man. Cause you know, it's like Bryce was saying, I don't like blanket statements. I don't like generalizations of any race. Because man, I've been in the military and I've been all around the world. Like I have a friend in every race, every culture. It seems just about. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the same things that are displayed. I'm not saying it's not out there, but like when you see things like in Charleston and and things like that, or where was the other one? Like you know what I'm talking about, like the racial situations. Like I never look at my friends and I never go, oh okay, you must be one of them. You know what I'm saying? like I never think about that. You know, I just don't, man. Like I don't believe I have. I mean, I don't know, man. I might have some racist friends out there, but they don't come off racist to me. You know.
But see, my thing is with racist, I feel like be racist. Just tell me you are.
Yeah, be straight up.
Yeah.
You know, I can definitely deal with a person that is straight up in my face than a covert racist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think any of us here like to fuck with fake ass people.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be racist or you're gonna be any sort of negative person, just be straight up with us.
But see, that's what I feel about. That's why it was just so weird because when I used to live in Mississippi, like you knew who was racist, and I respected it. But up here, you don't know.
No, you don't.
You do not know.
Yeah.
It'll be the most. It could be the most. I serve, so I'll be serving. I serve some white people, and they'll be wearing like it look like they going like they about to go hunting. They be the nicest people in the world. I just feel like, but down there, if they look like that, they'll call you a nigger so quick. Like, tell me, like
that's Mississippi. Though.
That's one thing, yeah, because like, at least me, I've been in Lansing all my life, and I'm one of them black people I've never dealt with in your face racism. No one has ever been in my face, racist to me.
Never.
If they were like that behind my back or, something where I wasn't around, that's something different.
That's true.
All white people, that I know of who I talk to, they love us. You know what I'm saying? They want to get along. They see us as a one group or one community. You know what I'm saying? Like that racism that we hear about on TV, on the radio, books, movies, and all that kind of shit. Yeah. We don't deal with that here in Lansing. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not in your face like that.
No, it's not.
You know
I think, but see, let's not say. I wouldn't say that it's not here.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely here, but it's just you have to understand.
It's covert.
You have to understand that that
No,
down
I
south
agree.
that down south it's more acceptable to be openly racist. Up here, it's niggas walking around waiting for a white dude to say nigga. That's all they want. That's all they talk about. I wish a white dude would say nigga. I beat his ass.
You know what?
That's all they think about.
I gotta say two things real quick. One, when you say covert racism, all I think is like some racist dude in a tuxedo. It just makes me laugh. It's like some undercover spy who's racist. I don't know why.
I didn't say covert, and you keep looking
You
at
said
me.
covert.
And look at him. You keep looking at me.
Because you closest to me, fool.
Got a
That's why I'm looking at you.
racist 007 over here.
I know, right? 00 racist. I forgot the damn second thing I was going to say now. Goddamn. Say the last thing you said, then throw it back to me, and I'll remember it.
I said, stop looking at me.
No, not that hoe. The thing before that.
I was talking about how.
You said something about.
I said I feel like if a white dude walks around here and if he says a nigger, like he has to worry about getting his ass beat.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
I needed was the inbound.
Nigger, that'll make you remember stuff. Okay.
Maybe I'm going to deter the conversation a little bit, make it a little stupid here. Do you really get offended when white dudes drop the inbound in front of you? Like, is that really a big deal for you?
No.
Actually, Josh and I have had that
really.
discussion before.
Yeah.
I guess it really depends because
Just because I haven't felt the pain from it.
yeah, and I've never had a white person call me nigger.
No,
I have.
Never.
not me. I haven't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nope.
if they came to me and called me a straight nigger, I don't know what I would do in that moment, you know. But for a white person just to say nigga, you know, that's we say that shit all the time.
All right, here's how I
what I'm
take it,
saying?
right? Think about it. Okay, if you have the word nigger and it's attached to something negative, that's why it offends you. But if you have it and it's never been attached to something negative, nigger, you can't come here. Nigger, I don't like you. Nigger, you're this. Nigger, you're that. It's not used against us in any kind of way. So how do we know the pain from that? So that's why it doesn't offend us.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I've never experienced any traumatic experience with the word nigger. I've
know,
just heard that it was bad, but I've never felt it.
I heard the legends of the word.
Yeah.
Nigga.
The legend of the nigga.
I've never seen it in person.
Yeah.
Talking
you know,
oh, go ahead.
but
Should we come back to you?
yeah.
You know, and we were talking a second ago about, you know, racists and, you know, people up north being more covert about it. And honestly, I think that's an appropriate word because there's different levels of racism. There's the people who will go out there, the white guys who will go out there and actively hate on people. But then you have people like some of my family members, and I hate saying this, and if any of them hear, oh, fucking well. But no, there are some people who, honestly, they don't think they're racist. But then the things that they say in private company or the way that they feel or the things that they do speak volumes to the opposite.
But it's not going to make you feel like you're racist if everybody you're saying it to agrees with you.
You know, but I have
Yeah,
to,
right.
But I think I do have to go off of Bryce because I think that is fair. Like a lot of times people would do a lot of racist things or say a lot of racist things, and since someone calls them on it, you know, they don't really see an issue with it because it's within their same company. Because I went to a Halloween party like a couple years ago or so, right? Dressed up as a Trojan, not the actual like soldier. And anyway,
I have to explain that.
I had to.
I wouldn't think that you went to a costume
You never
party.
know.
Yeah,
You never know what kind of parties I go to. All my parties are red light district. No. So I went to this party. It was like it wasn't an all white party, but it was all whites there besides me.
Hold up, pause real quick. I'm sorry, but all I can think about is Jarrett in a giant rubber costume, and he's black on the inside, like black semen, like you know.
That's so
Guaranteed
pause.
you pregnant and leave.
Pause is hell, dog.
Right, that's like riding semen in a way. Like what the fuck?
Hey, yo.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Horrible. Anyway, I'm selling children's, by the way. Anyway, I'm getting paid for that.
What kind of party is this anyway?
So I went to this Halloween party, right? And it dressed up as I got afraid by my friend. He's not racist. I know he's not. You know what I mean? And it was like nothing but white people there. Fine enough for me. I don't really give a care. You know what I'm saying? I've been in all white situations, been only black dot on the paper. It's not an issue for me. So I'm sitting there, right? And laughing, I'm high-fiving all the white guys, all white people, because I'm like, hey, you know, black guy, only black guy. Ooh, I like representing. I'm the only black guy.
Oh yeah, talking
Well,
black guy.
another black guy walks in, right?
Oh,
Another black guy walks in.
that's when it always gets bad.
So,
What movie was that? Not another teen movie?
Yeah, no,
Token black guy.
Yeah. So, here's a M. Night Shyamalan twist for you. So black guy walks in, right? Everybody's like, hey, you know, blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So I start walking towards the dude, not because two black people just magnetically connect. I just happen to be like, new guy.
Myth, huh?
And I was like, oh, another black guy. I should go say hi. No,
We do sometimes. Just,
I ain't gonna lie though.
just
Black
so
people
you know.
do find other black
We
people.
do
at parties.
sometimes. Just so you
do.
know.
I don't know why. We just do it. We're
Just
like,
so you know.
Can't be the only one. Gotta join together.
Yeah.
We're like Wonder Twins.
Hey, there's strength in numbers, even if it's only two.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
we
you
feel
gotta
more
know.
comfortable. Honestly, I think all people feel more comfortable with their same color.
Period.
honestly.
Yeah, I do
Period.
too. Okay,
Yeah.
so before we go too far, so I'm trying to speed this up. Anyway, so walking to the guy, black dude, right? As I got closer and closer, I realized his face was painted,
Oh shit.
right?
He was painted black.
So I got close and close. I got seen his hands, and his hands were white.
Fuck.
And I went, unless he has a serious case of vitiligo, this is a white dude dressed up as a black dude.
Hold up.
He went blackface.
He was
It-
blackface.
So Vitiligo is Michael Jackson disease.
Yeah, vitiligo. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I seen him,
Shout out to all my Kai people.
okay.
Cow
So
people.
so,
man.
so
Sorry.
when he seen me, he instantly like stopped laughing wherever he was laughing with, and
Oh,
he just
shit.
looked at me. You know what I'm saying? And he's taller than me, so I'm like, yeah, ain't to worry about. I mean, I
thought
got.
he was gonna die.
Yeah, but he's like, oh crap, I dressed up as the black guy, and here's the actual black guy.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying?
It's
his
about to
heart
go
was
down.
pounding.
So here's the thing, and this is the hardest thing. Not the hardest thing I ever had to do. The hardest thing I had to do was get a gay dude off at the club. Like a gay dude was pressing hard on the club. I don't know why. Anyway, come back to that.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that. Anyway, so there's two things I could have done. I could have flipped out, for lack of a better word, been a nigga. You know what I'm saying? When what the fuck, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I could have done that. You know, but or I could have just let the party chill. You know what I'm saying?
You were kind of outnumbered.
But it wasn't an outnumbered thing. It's like, how do I want to respond in a situation? Do I want to be the angry black guy that sets off as soon as he sees something he doesn't like? Or do you kind of just say, look, this isn't really your environment. Yes, it's not the most, it's not the best thing you want to be. It's not the nicest thing, but this isn't your company. This isn't your crowd. You don't know what they do.
If you weren't there, they would have been totally cool with
It
that.
would have been totally cool with it. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, and at the same time, I had to think about like when we see like Dave Chappelle or Snoop Dogg or Nick Cannon, these people dress up as whiteface, we don't get upset. There's not a million white dude march. You know what I'm saying? So why is it okay for us to get upset as soon as we see a white dude? Like I understand like the past history. I do. I get it. Don't get me wrong, but. There's like a hypocrite, like there's a hypocrisy that happens all the time, and it irritates the hell out of me. And it's kind of why I didn't get offended. 'Cause I'm like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean?
But it's not hypocrisy because at the end of the day, there's something attached to that. There's nothing attached to if we wear a white face. They don't have that pain. It's simple. It's set in stone, but it's simple. So they can't say, why do you get mad? Or I hate it all the time when a white dude says, why can't I say nigga? You say it. You know why.
Yeah, but see, I think at the same time, that's constantly like black people, and I'm not trying to be against the black race. I'm really not. I'm all for black people, because I'm black. But like, there's always like something to be mad over. There's something to try to like defend against. Like, why? Like,
It's too
like
stressful.
even if you're not around a white dude all the time, or whatever race that wants to job to inbound,
Right.
just because they're not around you doesn't mean they don't say it in private. So my thing is, who cares? Now, if you want to say it, if a white dude want to say it to a black dude, by all means, feel how you want to feel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to wear a shirt, go crazy, go on Twitter, just because some white dude dropped the N-bomb. I just don't care, man. I just don't. You know?
Right, but what I agree with you in a sense, but I also feel like to take your point a step further, I feel like there are people that use that to their advantage, and I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like racism is to the point where it's so watered down that if anybody cries about it, that they shouldn't be, or the way that they do, they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because you should be offended at that because of what's attached to it. Now, the way you go about it and the way you use it, that's a whole nother thing. But period, it should be understood that it is wrong.
Yeah, I do feel it. But I think and I had a discussion with somebody about this before. And I think the reason why I don't get offended so quickly or like take it to heart because I did grow up in Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up in a place where we're such a big melting pot.
Period.
It's really hard for me to get to be racist or have that type of like deep down anger. I just don't have it.
But
You know
at
what
the
I'm saying?
same time, at the same time, being from a melting pot kind of desensitized us.
It does.
It does because
that does.
we don't. Because I feel like, especially since the fact that, did you see that rally?
Yeah.
What rally?
That rally where that girl got hit.
Charlottesville.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that was sad.
The one
Yeah.
where all the white dudes
Yeah.
got the Home Depot tiki torches?
If
Yeah.
that doesn't tell you that it's alive and well,
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah.
But I think.
just-
Sorry. Go
it's
ahead.
not
Go
here.
ahead.
No. I mean, to
But
your
that-
point, you mentioned the melting pot, and it's kind of like, especially me being a white kid, it goes to the same effect that growing up, I was taught in school all people are equal. I never had a second guess to it. Luckily, my immediate family influenced me a lot more than my extended family did, and so the concept of racism was almost lost on me. But then you see crap like that, like Charlottesville on TV, and you realize, crap, my little bubble isn't necessarily
Yeah.
the way it is everywhere.
And that's what that is. Michigan puts us in what he just said in an our little bubble kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, racism ain't here, but then when we see that shit, we like, God damn, we thought because if we wouldn't have seen that and we wouldn't have seen all the people get killed by the police and Trayvon Martin and Philando Castile and all that other shit,
we wouldn't know what the fuck it is.
We wouldn't know shit.
Because it's a shock to the system.
Yes,
now.
because
Blissfully
we
unaware.
are a guinea pig. This
Yeah,
is a guinea
yeah.
pig compared to New York, compared to Boston, compared to most of these big races. You know what I'm saying? Big places where the racism is obvious.
Right.
It's obvious.
And I think that's fair because even when I was in the military, like I was around a whole bunch of different races all the time. But I think the object or the mission of like trying to overcome something, it kind of what banded us together. So we didn't have to think about races. We didn't think about racism. So even if we had racist jokes, like they just bounced off because we had something bigger at
I don't know
hand to
about y'all,
deal
but
with.
I love a good racist joke.
I do too.
I do too, but from the right person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I've never. It's like even when I left Michigan, I still stayed in the bubble because the military was just so chock full of different people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, can you really be racist to the guy
No.
who's supposed to be protecting you?
But you
Yeah.
were
You know?
kind of already comfortable in that, already not being
Yeah.
racist.
Yeah.
Oh my bad. I just feel like the only thing somebody from Lansing has to do to find out what's really going on in the world is to just travel.
Yeah.
Because you can
Yeah.
go to the next town and see an all white town.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you go to Detroit and you see that town is all black and you see what that looks like, and then you go to Novi and see what that looks like.
All you gotta do is go to Fenton, go to a country club in Fenton, go to a club in Detroit, and there you got you ain't gotta travel around the world. You can keep your plane
it's
tickets.
different because
Yeah.
you go to a club here and you go to a club in Lansing and it's half black, half white. It's just mixed, and it ain't
Yeah.
nothing. It ain't no kind of separation. Everybody's mixing. Everybody's cool.
Yeah, that is one thing. Lansing, to me, does definitely seem like the biggest melting pot, at least in Michigan that I know of.
Yeah, as far as people being comfortable with each other.
Right, because
Yeah. I'd
agree.
if you went to say Detroit or Flint, you know what I'm saying, it is majority black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like you say, if you went like say to Mason or Bath or Hazlitt, you know what I'm saying, or Fenton or Perry, you know what I'm saying, those are predominantly white areas where if they saw a black person, they're gonna look at like, what the hell is this person doing here? Like, we look so far out of place. You know what I'm saying? So, Lansing itself is much more diverse. It seems like to us, at least because we grew up here,
Yeah.
much more diverse than any other part of Michigan.
True. But that's what's so crazy when I look at a place like New York though. Like if you look at New York is the biggest melting pot in like the world.
Yeah.
But they know where they stand. The niggas over here.
Yeah, they still divided.
The Asians
They're
over
very
here.
segregated.
You know what I'm saying? They're very segregated. They say Chicago is like the most segregated town in America.
I believe it.
I mean, in America.
So here's a
Like,
question.
So
Do you guys think that that's that way because Lansing, we are a metro area, but we're not a big metro area. We're not big enough to be segregated.
we're a little big city.
Yeah.
And
I think that's why.
Yeah, we're a little big city, and it's weird. It's so weird, but
Yeah.
we're definitely a little big city.
Little city, big heart.
and all the kids and most all the kids go to the same schools.
Yeah.
Most all the kids go to the same.
Getting the same fights.
Most all the kids go to the same schools, getting the same fights, be around the same girls.
We around
You
the
know what
same
I'm
girls,
saying?
yeah.
Just-
The same
Yeah.
basement parties.
Yeah.
I miss basement parties.
dude,
that was fun though. God
damn.
I
Twerk
do
on the
too.
wall.
I swear.
Yeah. We had to grab that pipe because it was just too much for you.
When you just hold on to it in the
Like
dark.
it's hot.
Okay, I've never been to a party where I grabbed on a hot pipe
Yeah.
just to twerk a chick.
You never. I've been at basement parties where it looked like. You ever see that? What's that old X Factor video from Lauryn Hill?
Yeah,
It's like a whole bunch of just sweaty people.
that.
what it look
what
like.
the fuck, you was in a sauna?
You ever been to a basement party?
Michigan
it get
basements
like
are
that.
cold.
With a bunch of black folks twerking and shit? Nah, man,
A
that
bunch
shit
of
be hot as
anybody
fuck.
twerking.
Michigan basements are cold.
Now.
But with they're filled with people.
Look, I went to
Of course
listen.
they're not.
I went to a house party in Mount Vernon. In the basement, it was still cold in that bitch.
When'd you go though? What time of the year?
This was winter.
Of course it was cold.
That explains it.
It's winter.
And it's probably a black person's house, so they didn't pay their bills.
It's like saying, you know what? It's like saying, it was hot outside when I was in my front porch.
Not
Like,
all black
one time
people
a year,
don't
like,
pay their bills, just most of them.
No crap, huh? You know what? It's cold when I leave my refrigerator door, man. I don't know.
Wait a minute. I'm not paying attention. This nigga just heating me from the
Y'all
left of my face.
Y'all
I feel the heat
when the oven's open.
I feel the heat. I feel the... Nigga, fuck you.
Yo,
How you
turns out
just-
I'm cold when I'm naked in the snow.
But you talking about we in a house party in the basement. It was a bunch of niggas there, and you saying it's gonna be hot.
Your body temperature
What I'm saying
change
is,
when you put on sweats.
either way. This is real bullshit. So you telling me Michigan? You know what? Because you grew up in finished Michigan basements. That's why.
Finish.
Michigan
basements.
Whoa.
You grew up in the nice basements, nigga. That's them ghetto arguments, nigga. You grew up with a silver spoon.
I grew up in the basements where you heard people playing basketball into the gutter that was right outside your window.
And it wasn't cold down there?
Not in the summer, only in the winter.
Listen, Michigan basements are all concrete, nigga. It's cold down there.
Dude,
I
don't know
will
what basement you've been in.
It's
I will
so
say this.
cold in
My,
the B.
my first year of owning a house,
The
even
basement.
in the middle of summer, it could be a 90-degree day. Our basement will be 10 degrees less
Than
our regular floor.
Finally, you
Okay.
chime
Which
in.
is nice because I got my
Hold up.
gaming
You was
room
gonna
down
get that
there.
joke off, and then you was
But
gonna
think
agree
about it.
with
If it's 8
me.
degrees outside, that's only 70 degrees in your basement. But
Can
if it's
somebody
35
think
degrees
of-
outside,
Hold up.
This-
Hold up. Can somebody please think of science? The way that shit is, it's always cooler on the lower levels of the house and hotter at the top. Hot air rises.
Exactly, but I didn't say you was wrong, nigga. I said Michigan basement was cold, and all you motherfuckers just agreed with me. After y'all got y'all jokes off.
it's
supposed to be
time
cold,
of the
bro.
year.
That's what-
You said well, when was it? What kind of year is it? Winter? No shit.
Hey,
No shit.
I should have said summer, low key. I really should have said summer.
Your hands ever get cold when you put them in snow?
Then you wouldn't have been able to say shit. Why you gonna keep doing this? Fuck you. But you still agree with me though.
You might never become a weatherman. It's never.
Never.
First of all, that was nothing like a weather broadcast. What I did. That has nothing to do with weather. But it has nothing to do with weather. All I said was Michigan basements was cold, nigga. That's a fact.
In the
That's
winter.
Listen, that's
Okay,
more of a
and
fact
you
than
said
the weather.
in the winter though. I mean,
But you said what time was I at the party?
but bro, a basement's gonna be cold no matter what.
No, nigga.
But
no.
in the
What
winter,
you said. You didn't say niggas was in the basement during the summer. You said niggas was in the basement. And I was trying to make a point that Michigan basements is cold. So you said what part of the year was I in the basement? I said I was in the basement with all these niggas in the winter and it was cold. That's what we was talking
hold
about.
up, time out. If you was in a basement in the winter in Michigan and it was full of black people at a party, it was a lame ass party.
Yep.
Flat the fuck out.
I agree.
Flat the fuck out. Because if everybody was twerking and having a good ass time, you be dripping sweat off your balls, neck, back, your toes, motherfucker. Y'all was sitting around
Listen
like
to
a
me.
bunch
I
of
done
wallflowers.
slept in so many Michigan
No,
basements.
he's talking-
Michigan basements is cold. I don't care what you doing.
but now you got
They
100
are
people
cold.
dancing.
It's still cold.
It shouldn't be. What y'all did?
That don't mean
Y'all
it
doing the
is.
Macarena?
So what were you at? Were you at a fucking shelter?
I was in Mount Vernon. I'm saying it again. You were asking me what I
So
said.
was
and
it
I
a
said-
shelter? Because at first you said a party, and now you're trying to bring it back and say that you were sleeping in Michigan basements.
I never said anything about sleeping.
You
I
just said that,
no.
Monty.
Listen, I said I've slept in many Michigan basements, so I know how they feel. But we talking about a party that I went to in Mount Vernon,
You changing
in
it
the
up.
basement,
There's been many
full of
other basements I
angry.
slept in.
No, I didn't change nothing.
You're changing up.
I said I was in Mount Vernon in the basement with
During a
niggas,
party.
with angry niggas. A couple of them probably had guns and crack.
During a party.
We was in Mount Vernon in the basement. I'm gonna keep saying it.
During a party.
During
right?
a party, yes.
A whack ass party.
No, it wasn't.
Point
Yo,
blank.
I'm sorry. I agree with Josh. That was a lame ass party.
Whack ass party.
You wasn't there.
Y'all niggas wasn't drinking.
You wasn't there.
Y'all didn't have no music playing.
know
You wasn't there.
There was no card game
You
going.
wasn't there.
I don't have to be
Josh,
there.
you a
If you're at a
psychic?
if you're at a party full of black people and it's fucking cold in the basement because y'all not moving, nigga.
He's the king of it all.
Damn right.
Oh man.
Nigga,
yeah, we
listen,
kinda peeking.
I don't care what you say, you wasn't there.
You didn't put that limiter back on. Dude.
I'm glad I wasn't there because I would have fell asleep.
You don't know that if you wasn't there.
Giovanni go to the secret society of chess players. That's where all his basement parties are.
I do not know how to play
He
chess.
walked downstairs. Oh yes, and knight to b5.
Hey, he was probably in that.
Dog, you're not gonna spend this whole episode heating
Remember,
me.
We went on racism. Now we're gonna go to your horrible temperature.
Hey, remember back in school, like the first school dance you ever went to? You know
The
what I'm
first
saying?
one.
Or even when you were at a school dance back in the day, like the first hour or so, everybody is just like around the gym.
Yeah.
You know, until the first people start dancing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's probably the
my
type of
God,
party
I saw that
Giovanni was
coming.
at.
Oh
You know what
my
I'm saying?
God, I saw that.
But everyone doesn't want to be the first person at Giovanni's
Right. So everybody's just down there
Hey, you
cold
go.
as fuck.
Nah, you
like,
go.
yo,
You go.
you trying to dance?
Michigan basements are cold. I
seen
don't
you
give
in
a
school.
damn.
Burr.
Michigan basements was
That's
cold.
footloose right there. Everybody's afraid to dance. Don't want to get shot.
Listen to me. Listen to me. The
I
first
ain't
thing you
never
gonna say
dance again.
if you step into a Michigan basement is it's cold. I'm gonna stand my ground on that. Don't do it. 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 I saw it coming. Don't do it. Just hold it. Don't do it.
Oh man.
Don't do a bloodbath.
So Donald Trump.
You ever light a campfire and get?
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Everybody horrible.
So what we doing is we still going. Niggas got to get moving.
What time is it?
10,
I guess
15.
so. We are at the hour mark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We didn't spend 40 minutes of this episode
So this-
talking about racism.
Yeah.
Hey.
But that's good content.
Yeah, that
Good
was a good
content.
conversation.
That was
So
great.
this is the part
That
where
was
we
great.
thank our listeners for listening
Well, yeah, thank you for listening.
Oh, yeah.
And
and supporting us.
we'll see you next week.
All right. Yep.
Y'all,
We,
y'all,
Episode 2.
What?
Episode 2.
Don't
Episode 2. We thank everybody for listening to us.
It's like episode 2, episode 1 at the same time.
don't shit on my brainstorm, bitch.
Yeah, don't shit on his brainstorm. He's an idiot.
I don't have a catchphrase, so just move to Bryce.
Yeah, I don't either.
But your catchphrase is
Bryce
that you
Lansing
don't have
still
a
drinking
catchphrase.
that
I
fancy
guess
sparkling
that's-
water.
Just say this. This is just Jarrett, and I don't have a catchphrase.
My eyes hurt. Okay, I'm tired.
Okay. Anyways, anybody who listens to this, thank you. If you fuck with us, and if you don't fuck with us, fuck you.
I love how
we
you're-
still gonna take off.
Why
Thank you.
your
Good night.
outro so aggressive?